So I thought we could make a Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy kind of head and hat today, and we'll do our best to do that. So we're working with, here you can see this is a 2mm hook right here. And oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, if you want to see, this is the phone holder that I have now created a tutorial of. So feel free to have a look at that and you'll be able to make this yourself. So I'll be uploading that in the coming days as well. And here's just another one in the color lavender. This is the one that I did the tutorial with. But as you can see, I connected this bow on here, and there's a tutorial on how to make this bow. You don't even have to connect it to your phone. You can just make the bow if you want to make a present for someone and then make this bow. Go ahead and check out that tutorial video. Then if you want to make a granny square, we've got a granny square right here, and then you can see that. Oh, hey guys! Oh my gosh, Adam, you're here. I didn't think you'd be here, but you're here. My goodness, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, so I've created this entire phone holder, and if you ever wanted to make one with these tulips down the bottom, go for it, and you'll be able to see that in the coming days. So I'll upload that soon. Okay, so what I thought we would do today is, and bear with me because I don't know how long this is going to take as well, but I want to make the Luffy head with his hat, and that will include the scar across his eye in red and whatever else I can think of. But again, I'm not sure how long this will take, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. So I'm using a, what does this say, 2mm hook, and it's just a new little hook that I bought, so I'm excited to try it out. Usually I would crochet with a 1.9mm hook, but I'm going to try this one today. Okay, so I just started with a magic ring. I'm just going in here now and making a loop. And from here I am going to do 6 single crochet stitches in this magic ring. So if you're not familiar by now with magic rings, well, I don't really have a follow-up statement from that, but surely you'd be familiar now with magic rings from the amount of times that I've been doing them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6, which reminds me I should probably put up a few more tutorials as well for how to crochet. Okay, I hope that is the right amount. I'm trying to make sure that that first stitch is an actual stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes, magic ring, magic ring. Okay, I'm going to close this now, and what I will do is I'm going to insert my hook into that very first stitch, which is always the hardest one to insert into. But once you've done it, you've got it, and I'm just going to make a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1 and start the next round. I'm not even going to worry about crocheting in a spiral because it won't be obvious here, and the reason it won't be obvious is because I'll be adding hair on top of this. Hair because we're doing Luffy the monkey, and obviously he has hair so on his head. However, if he did not have hair on his head, so say for example like Aang from Avatar, then I would definitely be crocheting in a spiral because then you don't want to have obvious those slip stitches. Hey, thanks for joining us. So nice to have you guys. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a live, but I thought, oh, why not? Let's just try it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 2 left over, or 1 increase to go. And I'm not really going to explain too much or go slowly for this tutorial, but if you need me to repeat something, feel free and write it in the chat so I can repeat it for you. So after doing 6 increases in that second round, I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1 ready for my third round. And now we're going to do in this round a single crochet and increase, and then I'm going to repeat that a total of 6 times. So we'll just keep going here and crocheting as we go, because again I'm not sure how long this will take, but the aim for today is to create Luffy the monkey's head, his hat, and that's about it. That's probably all we'll have time for because that will take a little bit of time. Hopefully it won't reach more than an hour and a half, but hey, let's see what we get up to. And we will do our best. We'll go as fast as we can whilst we're talking at the same time. But how is everyone today? How was their day? How's the first week of January going? Is everyone having a good time? Slip stitch here and chain one. And this will be the last round of increases that we do as well. So let's start this round 4. So single crochet, and then increase right here. I have so many projects that I need to work on. That phone holder took me about 3 days to complete, plus the tutorial. So I've been a little bit behind on some of the other projects that I've wanted to do. And I also have to still edit that video as well. So maybe I'll do that in the morning, but we'll see how we go. Has everyone started school yet? When does school start back up? I know it starts differently here in Australia. I think they start like in February, the beginning of Feb or something. I've got a nephew that is starting early Feb and he's in kindy now, so he'll be going the full time. Is tomorrow? Wait, really? Oh, is that US? Wait, where do you live? Because, yeah, here in Australia, this is the big summer break. I know in other parts of the world, they don't really have a big break over Christmas. It's kind of like a week or two. Oh, Egypt. Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome. Wow, we've got someone watching from Egypt. Hey, that's pretty cool. Nice to have you here. Okay, so after round 4, we're just going to do single crochet stitches all the way around. And I guess we'll kind of freehand it and see up until what point we want to do 24 single crochets in the round as well. So we'll see how far we get. We're just going to make it look like a head, huh? Is that a finger holder you're making? Do you mean phone holder? I actually don't know what a finger is. Excuse me if I'm being ignorant at this time. I'm not making a phone holder, if that's what you meant. What I'm making is a character, an anime character, and the name is Luffy the monkey. It's from the series One Piece, and we're just making his head at the moment. I've already made the phone holder. I didn't do it as a live because it just takes far too long, and I probably can't stand up for that long. But what I did do is I made a tutorial of the phone holder, which will be out probably tomorrow. And yeah, feel free to have a look at that and watch it and make it for yourself as well. That would be super fun. That's actually a really cute phone holder. I enjoyed making it. I've made 2 now. I made one for my best friend in the Philippines who I will go see probably later in March, and then one for someone else. Okay, let us see. So we're in the next row right here. And this is our row, or round, I should say, the round, because we're not crocheting in rows. Rows means you go back and forth, and round means you're going, as it states, round. Apologize for the baby in the background. We've got a baby in this house. And yeah, so this is round 6 right here. If you guys haven't checked out some of those tutorial videos, go check them out. I teach you how to crochet. So I've got a playlist that says basically how to crochet for beginners, and you can go and check that out and see if it helps. I've got to add more to it. I kind of stopped over the last couple of days because I was working on a phone holder, which I might just put here so you can see it. But here's my phone holder, and then here's the back of it. It's got a nice pocket area, so phone goes in here, and then this part for cards and things like that. I have yet to add a nice button, but I'm waiting for that to arrive in the mail. And then I put a ribbon right there. So that's what it looks like. We've got some tulips at the bottom, sunflower, granny square, made it into a pocket, and then a ribbon at the front. It will have a button here. Oh, you're from Estonia, Mia. Wow. That is, wow, we've got some people from amazing countries here in this chat. I am from Australia, but welcome, welcome. Really glad to have you here, and thank you for watching. So we're just making Luffy the monkey, if you are familiar with that character. If not, do a quick Google search from One Piece anime series. How are you? I am really well. Thank you so much, Pendragon. And thank you for your compliment, saying nicely done. I really appreciate that. So as you can see, once you learn how to crochet, especially with the single crochet, you can get quite fast at it. It doesn't mean that your projects will be fast, because trust me, it does take quite a while, but at least you know you won't be struggling after a couple of weeks of learning how to crochet. I think you could be pretty good with learning how to hold the yarn, hold the hook, and make those single crochet stitches without really having to think about it too much. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to crochet, give yourself 2 weeks of just practicing the single crochet stitch over and over and over again. And I think you will find that you will become fairly proficient in crochet after about 2 weeks. You have very tight stitches. Yes, I do. And I specifically am making them tight here because I don't want any spaces, and it works out perfectly. So 2 millimeters is a great size hook for me to use for these mini characters, like Harry Potter characters. You may have seen some of my Harry Potter characters. You may have seen some of my mini Sanrio characters that I've done. I always use either a 1.75, a 1.9, or if my hook is nice, and I just recently got this hook, actually it came today in the mail, it is a 2 millimeter hook. I prefer the double. Personally, it feels easier for me. So you're talking about the double crochet stitch, I'm guessing there. The double crochet stitch is a nice stitch to do. I enjoy it too. I know many different types of stitches, but what I would say is the single crochet stitch, especially if you're making sort of amigurumi things, is the best stitch to know. And if you want to make flowers or, you know, those types of things, then a single crochet stitch is probably the best. So with that phone holder that you saw, this one here, I actually used the single crochet stitch as well because I didn't want to have a lot of spacing. I wanted it to be tight and firm. And yes, it takes a little bit longer in terms of the spacing between the rounds, but you know, that's the point of it. So what have we got? It's becoming more spear-like and circly. Yes, it's becoming a head. We're getting there. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do a couple more rounds. And then we can add eyes and add fiber filling. I'm not the best at it, and I know that is more than okay. We're all here to learn, including myself. The only reason I probably know or feel decent in crochet at the moment is because I have been crocheting pretty much every day for the last year. So that's how anything, you know, is just practice if you want to become good at it. Please recommend some easy projects for a beginner. I would recommend making a tulip. That's kind of fun. Oh, actually, the first thing I would recommend is, well, the first thing I ever did was make a tulip. And I have a tutorial video on that, by the way. So it's one of my first videos that I ever made. Oh, my best friend ever made. And she taught me how to make the tulip. But I would say that's how I learned. And all it is single crochet stitches. It's kind of like what I'm doing now, just with a bigger hook, a 3 millimeter hook. And yeah, I would say learn how to make a flower first. Of course, you need a little bit more material, like some wire for the stem, but you know, it doesn't cost too much. And if you just want to make the tulip head, you can do that as well. We have some, I think I've made some tutorials on how to make a tulip. So you can check that out. And that would be a mini tulip. So you don't even need wire for the stem. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 10. Let's make this 10th round right here. And then we can probably start closing this up. Yes, yes, Yuzu. Yes, go check them out. There is a lot on this channel, so scroll through and see what you like. There will be things that you will enjoy making and would be relatively simple. The only thing I would suggest to do beforehand is just get confident with how you do a single crochet stitch. So you can see me, I'm just doing lots of these single crochet stitches, nothing fancy, but because I've practiced this for so long, you can see it's just pretty easy for me to do the single crochet stitch. And once you can do a single crochet stitch and you feel fairly confident in it, there are many things that you can do and make and then learn additional things along the way. Howdy y'all. Moonrose, hello. Yes, you could use yarn as a stem as well. And I think I've done that in one of mine. It's just a dangly stem, that's all. But that works for a small tulip, especially a twin tulip. Actually, check that out on my channel as well. I think I have twin tulip keychains. So check that out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love having new subscribers and welcome. Okay, this looks like a great size for a head, and then I can start reducing it here. So I might just reduce it now. And when I say reduce, I'm going to do a decrease in the next round. So I'm going to do 2 single crochet stitches and then a decrease. And I just decrease in those front loops right there. My aunt in Russia is going to teach me the basics of crocheting so that I can make the blushes and dolls here. Yay! That is awesome. I'm so glad. It's really fun when you have like a grandparent or someone who can just help you along, or just someone who can show you. I love that, and it does make it easier, especially having that person right there beside you, kind of guiding you. Tutorial videos are also good, and that's why I'm trying to make them to help as many people as I possibly can. It's probably the next step if you don't have anyone to be there personally with you to guide you and everything. But yes, go for it. Enjoy learning with your grandma. Oh, sorry, your aunt. I completely misread that. Where's everyone from? I'm in Calgary, Canada. Oh, welcome from Canada. That is awesome. I'm from Australia, and we've got someone here from Egypt. Where else did we have someone from? Estonia. That was one. 1, 2. Okay, I've done something wrong here. I've obviously not thought about it as I was going. And the reason why I just knew straight away that something was wrong is because it didn't add up. I should be finishing on a decrease. Your art is so good. I'm thinking about learning crochet. Your channel will be a big inspiration. You are so sweet. Thank you so much for your lovely compliment. And I do hope that this channel will help you as much as possible. That is my goal, to help other people crochet and learn to love crochet and just enjoy it as they go. So I hope this channel is all of that for you. And thank you so much for subscribing as well. Okay, so all I'm doing here is just 2 single crochet stitches and then a decrease. And I'm trying to do that all the way around, and I should be finishing on a decrease unless I've made another mistake somewhere, which I certainly hope I haven't. Sometimes it's hard to crochet and speak at the same time. I usually don't, but we're trying with these lives. Okay, I finished correctly there, and I'm going to do a slip stitch right here, and I'm just going to pull the yarn a little bit here because what I want to do now is I want to add some eyes. Lots of love from Egypt. Oh, lots of love as well to you from Australia. Thank you so much. Okay, there we go. So we've got some 7mm black safety eyes. And this is just the back end of the safety eyes that we'll use as well. So just grab these. There we go. And we are going to do our best to find a great location for these eyes. So I'm going to keep the same line at the back, and then I'm going to go to the front, and I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe between round 7 and round 8. So I've got to find a stitch space there that I can insert that eye between. So round 7 and 8, I'm going to insert the eyes. I'm at 255 subscribers. Well done to you. It is not easy getting subscribers. I definitely know that, but it's a journey, and depends what your aim is as well. I enjoy crochet, so I'd probably be doing this anyway without subscribers. The only thing that I find difficult is trying to do so much on this channel. It's currently not monetized, so you know we're working hard here to get it monetized, just so hopefully in the coming years or whenever we can start earning a little bit, which will help me pursue crochet and be able to give you all those tutorials that we all love and want. It would be the best if I could make it like a full-time thing, honestly. You need so much more subscribers and views. You totally deserve it. I don't know why your channel is so underrated. Oh, you are lovely. That's like, honestly, I love reading your comments and comments like that. It makes me feel like I'm doing okay with crochet and trying to help. I'm trying to clap. Why? I'm at 27 subs. That is more than okay, Marie. We all start somewhere, right? We all had 27 at some point. We all had 1 at some point. Okay, so now that I've added the eyes right here, and I could even use smaller eyes if I wanted to, but I'm just going to keep it this size. And now what I will do is add, look at this big chunk of fiber filling. It just comes from a pillow. So if you want ever fiber filling, grab a pillow or buy a pillow, cheap one, nothing too fancy, and then just rip it open and get the fiber filling from inside. Especially if you don't need fiber filling in bulk. Like obviously if you're doing a lot of projects or your project is quite big, then you might consider purchasing some fiber filling from a company. But if you don't, just buy a pillow. Exactly what I've done. Okay. Let us fill it up with this fiber filling. Guys, we're doing great. We've almost finished the head. Isn't that wonderful? Like we're actually making some progress. Mine would have exploded by now. Yep. So I'm just trying to stuff this as best as I can because I don't want it too floppy either. Once you start letting go and it starts puffing out, I think that's probably the best time to know that you've probably got enough fiber filling inside your amigurumi piece. And you can also manipulate it around a little bit later. So I usually start to stuff my projects at about when I have around about 18 stitches in total in the round. So right now that's exactly how many I have. And we've got some people that said hi. Hi, Honey Shore. Hi, Sophie, and hi, Flourished Being. Lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining. Okay, so now we're going to do a single crochet and then an decrease. And I'm just decreasing in those front loops, and usually that's referred to an invisible decrease because you don't see it. Well, not really compared to some other kinds of decreases anyway. So we're just doing that single crochet and decrease as we go, and notice how I'm kind of pushing in that stuffing because I don't want to be crocheting the stuffing into my stitch. Definitely not. So we're trying to keep away from that, and that's why I'm pushing it down with my third finger as I'm holding the yarn in that left hand. And it becomes easier after you've done that one round as well, because obviously the level is higher because you've done an extra round, and so that stuffing kind of just stays in there. Can you teach me how to crochet a little heart? Because I've been learning but couldn't, although I have subscribed like it. Do you mean like a 3D heart or just, well, everything that we do is 3D, huh? But what I mean is like just a flat heart, or do you mean a what you call it, like a heart that would look like this, but just bigger, like a big heart type thing. Can you teach me how to crochet a little heart? Whoops, I think I read that. I don't know now. I'm not sure. A flat heart, or because I definitely can. Maybe in one of these lives I'll do some hearts. Have a good night's sleep. Thanks, Pendragon. You too. Thank you for coming, and I hope you sleep well. Okay. So in this last round now from my head, I'm going to be doing decreases all the way. And I don't think I need to add any more fiber filling either. I think the amount I've added was exactly right. Bye, Pendragon. Just a little 3D heart. Okay, we can have a look and try and do something like that. We'll see. It would be great if I could have an image reference, but obviously you guys can't send any images in this chat, huh? But we'll see what we can do regarding hearts. Maybe I'll do it for a live at some point soon anyway. I think I do actually have a tutorial. If you check out some of my tutorials where it says flower in a pot, in one of those flower in a pot tutorials, you see a picture of a heart. And can you maybe go check that tutorial, the one with the flower in a pot, but it's a heart, and tell me if that's the type of heart you want to learn, or even smaller. It can be a little bit tricky, even smaller, but it is still possible. Yes, I understand you're saying 3D. I get it. 2 half circles and put together. Yeah, you can. There is an easier way though. Like, it just depends what style of heart you really want, that's all. Because you can just make a heart shape inside a magic ring with just a few single crochet stitches, half double crochet stitches, a slip stitch in the middle, and then repeat, but in the opposite, like mirrored direction. And that's how you would just do a flat heart. But then a 3D heart takes a little bit more time because you have to start with a magic ring, go up to like this point, then make another one, then connect it, and then bring them down together with decreases. So it takes a little bit of time. I love how you have plushies from many different handles. Thank you so much. Yes, I've tried my best, and like I've been doing that on purpose as well, just because I know that they are popular, and because of that and only that reason, that's kind of why I do it. Now I'm just looking for, here we go. Yes, I can, thanks. Perfect. Thank you so much for checking and telling me if that's the type of heart you wanted. Hi, Yuzu again. Did you go away for a second? I don't know. But if you did, welcome back. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna close this head, and I'm gonna close it with the yarn tail, and as you can see, I'm just inserting my needle inside all of these front loops. So I'm going in all of these front loops, and you'll see the reason soon if you've never seen this before. And then, so here's my last front loop of that round. Can you see that circle right there? We're just going to pull the tail, and you can watch it close up. And that's it. That's exactly what we wanted. So we wanted to close up that magic ring, and then we can weave in our yarn tail. Once it's nice and tightly closed, we can just weave in our yarn tail at any point. So I'm just going to come out here, pull it a little bit, not too tight because we don't want to disrupt the shape. And then once we're out here, we can use our cutter, and then we can just cut like so. Okay, so what have we got here? Whoops, we have, where do we start? Here. So here's the head. We still need to make the scar though, so we'll do that very soon. But we need to do the hair. Okay, the hair is the second most important thing ever for Luffy. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this right now. I have no clear pattern in mind, but we are just going to work on it step by step and a little bit of trial and error, and then we'll see. Yes, I did, but came back. Oh, awesome. Saying my name on camera and counting that as a shout out, and I've tried to get a shout out for 2 years. Thanks so much. No problem. Sophie, Sophie. Have you tried making a sakura flower headband? Ooh, I don't think I have. I've made her headband, but I don't think I've ever made the flower headband. I've actually got to search that to see what it looks like. Hello, I am back. Yes, that's the heart I'm searching for. Perfect. Okay, so why don't we do that as a live at some point, maybe towards the end of this week. So be a lookout for my lives, and even if you're not here for them, at least you'll see it at the end. And you can go back and refer to it and then just watch it. And you're so talented as a small content creator. Thank you so much. Again, those comments make me feel so happy. Thank you guys. Okay, so here's our head. I'll just put it to the side there. We are actually going to use it though, so I'll make reference to it. And I'm going to be using black yarn. So I would recommend not using black yarn in the dark, clearly because you can't really see it, and then it becomes very difficult to crochet. But if you have enough light, then black is no problem to use at all. So I'm just going to crochet again in my magic ring 6 single crochet stitches. This is number 4, 5, and number 6. So there we go. So there we got 6. Yes, we can do it like tomorrow, next week. Can you give me a small update? I will try my best. Maybe I'll put it in like a community post when I'm thinking of going live. Although I never schedule the lives. It's kind of just like if I feel up to it. But I will do my best. Sometime, maybe this week. But I'll aim for it sometime this week. How about that? Today is what day anyway? Tuesday? Or is it Monday? Oh my goodness, what day is it? So maybe aim for like Friday or Saturday. Let's see how we go. Okay, here is the next round where I should be doing 6 increases. So this one here is number 4. Even myself, I'm finding it hard to see the stitches of my black yarn, and I feel like I've made a little mistake somewhere because it doesn't seem to be adding up the best. And yeah, it's not. So I'm gonna restart that. Let's restart that. Okay. Bye, love you, channel. Thanks so much. Gotta go. Bye. Bye, Sophie. Lovely to have you here. It's kind of a thread, but it was really cute. I saw it in a video. I loved it. Usually, what was that again? I forgot what we're referring to there. My magic is a little bit different. Your magic ring, the way that you make a magic ring, that's no problem. There are a few different ways to make magic rings. This is just the way that I've learned and have kept with this entire time. Just a quick question, what do you want us to call you? You can call me Kim, Kimberly, Kimmy, any of those. My actual name is Kimberly. But yeah, whatever you guys want to call me in relation to my name, Kimberly. So Kim, Kimmy, Kimberly, whatever you want to call me there. Can you make me das? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Here's number 3, 4, 5, and I'm counting this time because I don't want to stuff this one up and have to redo it again. Sakura headband. Sorry, I totally forgot we were talking about that. Okay, I'll have a look. I'm gonna have a look and see what it is. And if it's simple and easy, maybe I'll even do it in a live as well. But I'll have to check it out first. It could be super complicated, like you may have tons of flowers on it, I don't know. But I will check it and make an assessment. I'm going to add you to my favorite YouTube. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm honored. All right, Kim. That's nice. Yeah. So right now we are trying to make the hair. And as you can see, I'm just crocheting in a magic circle. I'm up to my second round, completing each new stitch as an increase so that I'll have a total of 12 at the end. So I'm just going to do that now. So there's number 12, I think. Did I? Nope. Forgot the increase. See what I mean? I'm just too easily distracted sometimes. Okay, and now I'm going to come into that first stitch right there and make a slip stitch. Thank you for your tutorials as a 10-year-old. I've been learning to crochet since months. Oh, I love that. Oh, sure. Perfect. Okay, so now in the next round, I'm going to just repeat the next step in the pattern with an increase. So that would be single crochet and then increase. And I will repeat that 6 times in total. Multiples of 6 becomes kind of like the crocheters' best multiplication system that they know. Like they just know multiples of 6, and that's mostly because when they crochet it is in multiples of 6. I mean, you can have multiples of 5 and 4 as well, but 6 is probably the most common. So knowing your 6 times tables is very helpful when it comes to crochet. Actually, knowing times tables in general is a good thing to have as general knowledge. So if you don't know your times tables yet, guys, learn them. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna come back. I hope the live doesn't end. Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. Quick question, where do you live? I live in Australia. Australia is the place that I grew up in and have lived ever since. Although I have been to the Philippines a number of times as well, and that is currently where my best friend lives as well. So I'm just finishing now this third round, going into my stitch to make a slip stitch, and this will be kind of like the base of the head. We are gonna have to sew this later as well. So I could stick it on there. And what I'm gonna do now is just the beginning, the front parts. So maybe I'll crochet, I'm gonna just try this first. I'm gonna crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna try 5 loops and see if this works. If it's too short, I'm gonna take it apart and make 6. So I'll do a slip stitch in the first loop from the hook, and then there should be an additional 3 single crochet stitches left to go. 1, 2, and 3. And then what I will do is make a slip stitch in the very next stitch. Okay, let's just try this. Please work. You know what? That is okay. Probably wouldn't even hurt if I made like 6 chains, but I think we'll stick with 5 because, oh, no, I don't know. I don't know if it's too short. Let's pin this at the top here so we can tell exactly if it's a decent amount or not. I just want it to be long enough to kind of fit near the eyes. You have a lot of cousins and aunties from Australia. Oh. Okay, you know what? I think 5 is pretty good. So let's keep it as chain 5. Okay. Let us chain 5, and I'll do that maybe 5/6 times. Let us see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do too many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I think I did. Because I already had the chain 1, I believe. Let's see anyway. So here's the slip stitch. Then we should have 3 single crochets left. I'm just going to make sure all of the yarn is on my hook as well. So 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Slip stitch in the next stitch. And 5 again. Quick question. I have a lot of, oh yeah, okay. I thought there was a new chat. 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, here we go. Make that first one. Oh, let's just do it properly. This is what I mean. Black yarn, when I can't see properly, is the bane of my existence right now. Okay, let's just enter into that properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, slip stitch first. There we go. And then 3 single crochet stitches. I always like to do a slip stitch at the beginning, especially if the hair is not flat, as in like a flat fringe or flat at the back for a guy, you know how sometimes it can be cut straight. If it's not like that, then I will usually do a slip stitch at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No problem, Flourish. Take your time. I'm sure I'll be here. Maybe I'll have completed the hair by the time you come back, but hey, I will be here. Okay, so second, third, and fourth stitch, but the third single crochet. Okay, now, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to make 6 strands of hair at the front or just 5. I've got to work that out, and I might start pinning it just so I can check that as well. The time here in Australia is currently 9:06, so we are getting a little bit late into the evening, but I'm determined to finish this. I might do one more. I feel like 6 is just, oh, I don't know now. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna make 6 in total for the front. So come here, make that slip stitch. Nice. Then single crochet, and single crochet. Back. Oh, that was fast. Can you make, welcome back by the way, can you make me a girl, please? When you say a girl, what type of girl? Like a character girl? Just a girl with a dress? Hold on. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pin this just so I can start getting an idea of how this is gonna look. Now, let us see what this looks like. I forgot what Luffy's hair looks like, huh? I don't know if it's flat across the top or it kind of curves. I don't remember. I'll just do it in the way that I think and hope for the best. It's kind of how crochet works a little bit. You hope for the best, but then if it doesn't look good, you change it. Okay, here. This is our last stitch right there for that side. And then for this side, pull it a little bit, and then this one we'll just put down there. That looks pretty good, huh? Not bad at all. So we'll do, I'll crochet 6 over here, then 7. Let's try that. Let's see if it works out to be good. Can you make, okay, I've already read that. Okay, let's see. So that's, just want to make sure I'm doing this properly. Here, so let's chain 6. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch in the first stitch, as I always want to do, make that slip stitch. And then we have another 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then make a slip stitch in the next stitch, and this time we will do chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First we make that slip stitch right there, and then we're going to do an additional 5 single crochet stitches. So here we go, coming up, getting that last stitch over here. Ah, I see. This is what you mean by make a girl. Yeah, sure, why not? I have made like characters before. I've even made Cinderella, and that's why I think that's a good girl to do. So if you want to check out that tutorial, it's Cinderella. It's a mini Cinderella. So you can check out that and make her for yourself, which is really, really fun. I probably wouldn't do a live as like a doll or anything because they just take far too long and I can't stand up for so long. Like probably 2 hours and then my back is just sore and I want to sit down. Especially because I'm a little bit hunched over in this position trying to do a live. Probably don't have the best setups, but hey. Hello Flourish, welcome back. Okay, at this point, we may as well do 8. No, we may as well do 9 and then keep it as 9 the entire way around until we get to this point where we'll do 6 and 7. I could do 8 and 9, but I feel like now is just probably the best time to do 9. When I say 9, I mean chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can call me Safa. Okay. I have to try to remember that. So every time I see your YouTube name, I have to remember your actual name is Safa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. Okay, so I have chain 9 now because I'm going to do the rest of the hair with 9 until we just get around to the beginning again, and I'll just go backwards doing 7 and 6, just as I did here. So just a recap on what we've done for the hair, we chained 5 times, and then we did our slip stitch and 3 single crochet stitches, and then we repeated that for a total of 6 times. Then in the next one we made a chain of 6, sorry. And then in the next one we made a chain of 7, and now we're making chains of 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I just hope 9 isn't too long either, because Luffy's hair is a little bit long, isn't it? Not like super long, but it's not super short either. Oh, perfect. I'm glad I'm pronouncing it correct. Thank you. The colored bins to keep. Yes, yes. And it's helping me as well to know how long they are as my reference point. Because, like, especially when you're doing your own patterns and you're just trying to figure things out by yourself, it's so much harder if you were just freehanding this and you didn't have a head as a reference and or pins to help you along the way. So this is why I find it extremely useful, especially when you're designing, to pin things down. And when it comes to hair, it's the most important part. Yeah, so right now I don't have a pattern that I'm copying, so I'm kind of just freehanding this. I've done this in the past before, but and I know I've written a pattern for it, but I forgot the pattern. Because it's been a while since I made him. I could refer to the pattern if I wanted to, but I just didn't have the time to go looking for it, so I decided to freehand it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're doing pretty good on time, actually, guys. I'm actually surprised that we've been here for 48 minutes, and we've already done the head, and we're almost done the hair too. Then we'll have a hat to go and put the scar on his face. You can even make it into a keychain if you wanted to, or attach a keychain. And then you'd have your own Luffy head. So I reckon if you get pretty good at crochet, you could probably make this entire thing that we're making today in under 2 hours, I would say. Like colored pins to keep. Oh, hi, Billy. No, nice to have you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm really glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. It's been super fun to do these lives because you guys keep the chats going, and I feel like almost in every live that we've done, we end up gaining a few more subscribers as well, like maybe an extra 20 or so. So for any of you that are here and new subscribers, welcome. And I'm so happy that you're here and we can join this community of crochet together. I'm so excited to start crocheting. Thanks for inspiring me, Kim. No problem. I'm so glad I was able to give you a little bit of inspiration. I think crochet is one of the coolest things to do. Whoopsie daisies. And it just is a great hobby because it keeps you occupied. You feel like you're accomplishing things, you can make gifts, you become crafty with your hands. Like it is such an accomplishment to be able to make this stuff as handmade and to say that you did it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Possibly, just depends what I'm doing. But if I am free, yeah, I don't see why not. Life does get a little busy though, and I am trying to make this into a business. So we will see what we can do. But hey, it's fun doing this, and we're all here to support each other too, huh? Hey, Meryl. There we go. So only a few more to go now. Slip stitch there, and I'll just pin these strands here. Just make sure you don't like poke yourself with a pin. That's probably the worst thing to do, and it does hurt. My goodness, does it hurt. I have probably caused myself to bleed. Oh, I could probably count more than the fingers on my hands how many times I've poked myself with a pin or a needle or something sharp. It's yeah, I don't have a good habit of trying to stay away from all of that. Okay, and I always I just never learn my lessons as well, huh? This reminds me of a YouTube show I made where I drew and colored Luffy. Aww. Okay, so I just gotta make sure I have these 2 stitches. So I have, it looks like 1, 2, 3 more chains of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 more lots of 9, then a 7, and then a 6, just to even it out because we did that on the other side. So it has to be a mirrored image, just so our hair looks even and nice. Okay, so there is the first one. Now we need the second strand of 9 chains. Remember, as I'm going into the next stitch, I'm always doing a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And slip stitch always in that first one, which is technically called the second loop from the hook or the second chain from the hook. So if you read that in a pattern as well, that's how you know. Like for example, if you chain 6, you'll only end up with 5 stitches in that strand, that hair strand. If you chain 7, you end up with 6. If you chain 8, you end up with 7, etc., etc. So you always end up with 1 less than how many you chained, especially if you're crocheting in the row. And so you just have to be aware of that. And the reason or how you know it is because in patterns it will always say chain 9 or something, chain this many X number in the second loop from the hook, continue with, or whatever it may be. So always going to that second loop from the hook. So we've just done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 9. Okay, so I'm going to the second loop from the hook. It looks so good, by the way. You're really patient from what I see, referring to those amazing details and tools you made before. Thank you. I know how to crochet. Yay, that's awesome, mermaid girl. Yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing crochet as much as possible. Hey, Mira. Mary, your comments is so lovely. It's just so wholesome, and we've got so many wonderful positive comments everywhere in this channel. So thank you guys so much for contributing to all of that. And that's exactly what we want to do, keep it positive and help each other out where we can. Now, I think I've got one more stitch or loop to get into. I kind of lost count there, so I'm just winging that one. I'm hoping I did 9. Let's just hope for the best there, because I don't want to repeat it. He gave a comment about patience, and then I'm saying I don't want to repeat it. Okay, anyways, let's do chain 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Gyan or Gyan, welcome. We hope you enjoy it here. We are currently making Luffy the monkey, the anime character. Hey, hey, lovely to have you here. What are we making? Luffy the monkey. And that's a character from One Piece, if you're not familiar. Now, I myself have actually never watched One Piece, so I can't really say much about it, but I know that this character is quite popular for people who love anime and pirates and One Piece. Anyways, he will do 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be our final strand of hair that we'll do right here, which is quite nice, isn't it? We've pretty much done the head, and now we have just finished almost the strands of hair for Luffy's head. So you can see it doesn't take too long, just requires a little bit of patience, and then you got it. Now I hope I did that right. I'm gonna pin this first because I don't know if I've got that right. Okay, so let's go here, pin. Hey, Meryl. And pin. I've watched a few episodes of the anime and the live action Netflix series. Ah, lovely. I hope it was good. So what we could probably even do is move these hair pieces around just a little bit so that we create more space for our final hair strand over there. And that way it can all fit nicely in place. So I'm just moving them around. Sorry if I wasn't focused in the camera right then. So here's one. Let's put it right there. And the last one that we had, I think I was done because I couldn't find an extra stitch space to put anything. I just want to make sure I'm completely in that loop right there. And from here, we will make a slip stitch in the very first stitch. So I'm going to pull that through and make a slip stitch. There we go, and there we have finished our hair. So what I'm going to do now is just cut maybe how long is this? It's a bit greater than 30 centimeters, isn't it? It's like maybe 35 to 40 centimeters worth of a yarn tail, because we're going to use that when we sew the hair to the head. So that looks pretty good, huh? How much? I actually don't sell these at the moment. and I'm not sure what a good price would be. So if you have a good price in the comments, let me know. So far we've taken about an hour just to do the head and the hair. We haven't yet sewed the hair. We still need to make a hat. I do have a hat here, but this is not the right size. This would be like a hat if you were doing a keychain and nothing else. We did this in a tutorial as well. But if it's a hat that you want to fit on Luffy's head, then this one is definitely not going to fit. So we need to make a new hat. Can I gift you them? Probably not. I don't mean to be blunt there, but I really need to start earning some money so I can continue crocheting. Otherwise, I'm going to be broke. Okay, now let us do the hat before we do some sewing. And this shouldn't take too long. It's probably way easier than the hair. So there's that. And let's just take it one step at a time. And in amongst this hat, we also have to change the color red. Okay, let's just keep that to the side over here. We'll just move that over there. And we are going to the hat I accidentally scrolled and when it came back it disappeared. That's not, so that was a previous hat that we had. We made that in a different live, and yeah, it's too small for the head, so we're not going to use that one. We're going to make a bigger one so it can actually fit on the head. We always start with 6, not always, but for what we're doing now, we're going to start with 6 single crochet in the magic ring. So this is number 4. I mean, that's number 5. This one's number 6. And I'm not really too concerned about, oh, well, maybe I should. I'm just trying to think, should I do a slip stitch or should I continue to crochet in a spiral? Maybe I should crochet in a spiral just because the slip stitch will be quite obvious and this is quite exposed, isn't it? So here is my second increase, my third increase, fourth increase, fifth increase, and sixth increase right there. If you can deliver them, I'll pay 50% versus 50% after receiving. I'm in Australia, so I don't know how much it would cost, honestly. I have to check all of that stuff out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wait, and then 12 over here. Whereabouts do you live? There's a waffle heart pillow by Rafa Musa. Okay, I could check that out at some point. Although I do like to make my own things, I must say. I usually like to make everything as mine, just because I like to be, I don't know, I just want everything that I make for you guys to be relatively, well, my own patterns and things like that. There are things that aren't completely my own patterns, like for example, this granny square. Just the granny square is definitely not mine. I got that from Pinterest, but expanding upon it and making it into a pocket and then making this phone holder is mine. So yeah, but and then of course I'll reference those people as well who've made the patterns, but I do generally, just in general, I like to create everything by myself. DM me if you plan to sell these. I can do digital marketing and create your website. Oh, you're sweet. You want to grab my email? It's ktl.edwards@gmail.com. So you're a digital marketer, huh? That's pretty cool. Websites cost so much though, oh my gosh. That's why I haven't set one up. I just have an Etsy site, but that's for all the patterns. Just takes so long to make these things and sell them, as I don't know how much people would pay for it. Like, do you see the thumbnail for this live? How much would you pay for a Luffy that looks like that? Either way, it's really cute. Thank you so much. I can't type it. I'm too busy. But it may be, I've got an email as well in my YouTube about, so you can email there as well, and I'll check that email too. Okay, so we are up to our fourth round. One, two, and I hope I remembered what I was doing. One, two. This is an increase. I just hope I did that third round correctly because I was talking a lot and not really thinking. One, two, and I guess we'll find out very soon if I did it correctly or not. And one, two, there we go. One, two, increase. Then one, two, increase. One, two. Oh my gosh, I did it right. Yay! Even subconsciously. I'm not thinking I was able to do that row before correctly. Yay! What have we got here? I will make perfect price and market strategy as well. I know you don't have your email on YouTube. Really? Okay, DM me on Insta. Oh, I'm surprised I don't have my email on YouTube. I'll have to update that. But yes, Insta's there, so go DM me there, and we can chat a little bit more about it. How do you know how to make websites? Do you wait? How old are you? You seem like you know a lot about this stuff. One, two, three. So we're doing an increase here. One, two, one, two, three, one, two. When I say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, all I'm just doing is counting my stitches. So it's like single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. So that's 3, and then the 1, 2 means the increase. So that's kind of how I do it to myself, so I can keep track of where I am. And you know what I've done as well? I've made a slip stitch, which I wasn't meant to do, but you know what? Now that it's there, I'm going to keep it there. I started off not doing it, so even though I was counting correctly, my subconscious brain was not thinking about that slip stitch. Whoopsies. We're just going to keep going with it now. No point changing it at this point. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and slip stitch right there. Okay, so I think that will probably work. Let's try that. So I've done up to 3 increase there. Almost 4 years of digital marketing experience will reach 28 in a few days. Wait, sorry, what will reach 28? Okay, so, and also that's awesome. Well done to you. 4 years of digital marketing experience is pretty good. Okay, so we're going to continue here. And now we're just going to, no more increases. So we're just doing normal single crochet stitches all through here. This should be a little bit faster now as well, which is good because we have been here for a little over an hour and I am starting to get a little bit tired, especially because it's 9:30 here. But hey, am I a Potterhead? I love Harry Potter. I really do love Harry Potter. Am I a Potterhead in terms of do I know everything? Am I uh like would I be great at quizzes and things? Probably not. But I do love Harry Potter and I could definitely um do like a marathon of a bunch of the Harry Potter movies over a couple of days and watch it over and over. And I have kind of watched it a few times because like I introduced it to my best friend in the Philippines, and so we watched the entire series together. Then when I came back home in Australia, I watched it with another friend, the entire series together over like consecutive days. Then I went to the US to visit my nephew, nieces, and sister, and I introduced it to my nephew, and so we watched it from start to finish over consecutive days. Um, definitely. Okay, your age. Okay, okay. I see, I see. Sorry. I sometimes I forget what I ask. My apologies. But that is awesome. We should figure out a strategy if I have the motivation to do that this time. I have to get some money first, huh? But I read the books. I can't find the movies. You know what? It is hard to find the movies because well, in Australia they had I think Netflix renewed the license for Harry Potter, so I think it's available on Netflix in Australia. I'm sure if you downloaded a VPN and then went on Netflix from different countries, you'd be able to find it. But obviously that requires, money too, money to download the VPN and money to have your Netflix subscription. It gets very costly, I must say. Um, and it's hard if you're trying to save or you just don't have that money to spend. I totally understand, and it is tough. I wonder if there are still, would you have, like back in the day, back in the day, I'm so old, um, they used to have like video rental places that you go to and you'd rent the DVD or um, something like that. And I wonder if they have anything like that anymore. Or otherwise, what else can you do without paying money? It's a bit tough. Go to a friend's house, watch it with a friend. One day I make iPhone covers. It would look so good. iPhone offers free VPN. Um, so a lot of people have done iPhone covers, and honestly, I'm not a fan of them at this point. Um, I know like there's this one uh Instagrammer. I forgot her username, but she made a ton of covers and they looked wonderful. She sells the patterns for them. I tried one, although I didn't try it with the best yarn. Um, but I don't know, maybe I could look back into it. It's hard for me because I don't like to purchase the yarn from Australia because number one, all of this yarn that I have here is from the Philippines. Well, that's where I kind of started my crochet journey, and then I just purchased all the yarn from the Philippines and ended up being quite cheap and things like that. In Australia, obviously the yarn is quite expensive, and then obviously in the US it's even more expensive. And I just need to start earning money first before I can experiment with a bunch of different things. So I just have to um kind of do this in the proper way. I don't want to be in debt. So we'll see, we'll see. But yes, it is, these are good ideas. And you never know. I'm trying a lot of different things at the moment, and I'm really picking up on the amount of tutorials that I'm doing in order to grow this YouTube channel, but also to help other people crochet as well, which I think is awesome. But we'll see. Who knows where we'll be in a couple of months' time? You never know, right? Okay, what do you think at this point? Should I do one more round of autumn yellow and then change to red? Maybe. Let's do that. Have you made fairies yet? No, and I also want to make Tinkerbell. Like even a mini Tinkerbell, that would be so cool. Finally, someone who's not brain rot. Oh no. I hope you haven't encountered too many people like that. I don't know what that entails, but I'm glad I'm not brain rot. Yeah, I try my best. So here we go. All right. So this here is going to be the final round of the yellow before I change to red, I think. I can share your channel to my friends if you guys. Oh, yes, please. That would be so lovely. Thank you so much, Marie. You're so kind, honestly. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for being such a wholesome community. It doesn't need to look good. Just curious which one of your masterpiece you feel is the best. Yes, okay. Absolutely. I have a ton, by the way. I have over 120 different things. Check out my Etsy. Just look mneshthreads.etsy.com and just have a look at my listings there, and you'll be able to see what I've designed so far and tell me what you think. Okay, so here is the final round of my autumn yellow, which, considering the time, we are not doing too badly. We've all been talking away throughout all of this whilst I crochet as well. I'm actually really surprised I've been able to just talk and crochet at the same time. And there's no doggy heart in 3D. Oh, just to let you know, you were saying about a heart, someone made a cat heart in 3D. Oh, well, maybe I'll have to make a doggy heart. What does that entail? Send me a pic on Instagram. Okay. So I know what you're referring to. If you want to chat with me, guys, send me stuff on Instagram. That's where you can DM me, and I'll get back to you there. Okay, here we have our red yarn, and I'm going to change the yarn at this point before I do that slip stitch, and I'm going to weave the yarn underneath as well. There we go. So now I'm going to just chain one and do one round of red yarn all the way around so we get that Luffy style hat. Here we go, here we go. So remember, guys, like, as this channel grows, there's going to be a lot of requests for things that I can make. You're going to have to bear with me. As you can see, like, even doing this takes a lot of time. So I obviously won't be able to do everything, every request, but I will do my best for making things. And so just bear with me, okay? We will get there. And if I don't do exactly the thing that you guys request, forgive me. I have a lot of things to do as well, and I try my best to prioritize what I can prioritize. But for some of the things that you guys are mentioning, I will definitely do. Oh, good. I will be sending you lots of stuff where you can see they're perfect. That sounds great. I look forward to that. That would actually be really cool. It would be good inspiration for the little things that I can make. Because I think a lot of people like to make the little keychains and those things. And those are like the best for lives and tutorials as well. But again, I've got to make it all my own stuff. So I don't want to copy people. So I just got to be careful how I do it. Now with this one is cut the yarn at this point because I've already weaved it in. For those of you who are like, what are you doing? I've already weaved in these yarn tails as I change the yarn colors. So I can just cut them directly and they're all good. And now I'm going to grab my autumn yellow again. And I will pull it through those loops, and then I'm going to go into that first stitch of the round, and then I will do a slip stitch right there. Okay, so there we go. Now what I'll do, chain one, and this part I'm going to do single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, and we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, so we're doing, and I've weaved it in as I went around. You probably didn't see it, I was weaving, but I was weaving. 1, 2, and if you don't believe me, I'll turn this down and you can see my yarn tails already way over here instead of over there where they, if I hadn't weaved them in, they'd be all the way over here. But because I have weaved them in, they're here, and I'm just going to cut it off. And here I can do my red one, cut that off as well. And now we can continue with our autumn yellow, doing a single crochet stitch and then increase. And we're going to do that all the way around, just following that pattern. Okay, so single crochet, increase, and usually what I would have done, by the way, you guys, so the most that I had in terms of increases, making the circle, was 3. Repeating the pattern 3 single crochet increase. But and then if I was to come down here and try and make the brim of the hat, usually I would have gone in the front loop and then done 4 single crochet stitches and then an increase. But here I'm making it so that it doesn't curve in. So that's why I'm using the single crochet increase all the way around. Okay, so that's just a little tip for you. Once you start the brim of your hat and you don't want it to curve, do single crochet increase all the way around. So that's just a tip. Single crochet increase, and it's almost 10 now, so I should hurry because people here are going to sleep. I don't want to be too loud for them. I'm trying to like keep my voice a little quiet as well. Single crochet increase, single crochet increase, single crochet increase, and last one, single crochet increase. Now on this next round, oops, go into there, slip stitch. On this next round, what I will do is 2 single crochet stitches and then an increase. And that might be the last round actually. It's either that or we have one more to go after that. So 2 single crochet stitches and then an increase. How long has it taken me to do this hat so far? If someone goes back and rewinds and sees the beginning part of me starting this hat up until now, can someone let me know how many minutes it's taking me to do this hat? I want to estimate about 15 minutes. But I'm just comparing it. I guess I can check later. Don't worry, guys. If you don't want to do that, don't worry. Just trying to see how long this hat takes in general. Where are you from and what time is it there? I am from Australia and it is currently 9:48. 2, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase. Do we still have our person from Estonia here and Egypt? 1, yes, we do from Egypt. 2, 1, 2. Oh, it's 12:48 for you. What? Do you meet in the morning? Wait, no. In the morning? 12:48? I hope that's afternoon. You should go to sleep. Increase. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, Marie, you need to go to sleep. What time do you normally wake up? 1, 2, increase. This is looking great. Just DM me from Temporary and Sarah Khan. I am planning to create that account for nutritionists. Okay, sounds good. I'll check that probably tomorrow because I'm gonna be tired after this. 1, 2, 1, 2. This will definitely be our last round in our hat. 1. We might leave it here after this hat actually. Like, sure, we haven't sewn the hair, but I might do that in a different live. I'll show you how to sew the hair. I'm just feeling a little tired, and I'm sure you guys all need to go to sleep as well. It's been a long day. Except for those of you who live in the US or different parts of the world where it's still the daytime or afternoon or whatever it may be. 1, 2. Oh, before lunch. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, I did get confused because 12 a.m. usually means in the morning, as in like it's nighttime now. But lunch would be 12 p.m. and that's how you can tell whether it's late at night or lunchtime. But yes, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you're not awake at that time watching me do a live. Ugh, okay. So this part, no, you're fine. We're going to just insert at the back here in a few of these stitches. So you can see I've put it in a couple of these stitches over here. And I'm gonna grab the yarn, and this is my worst nightmare, especially because of the needle I'm using right now. I used to have a better needle, but I've lost it, and I've got to find it in amongst all of my yarn mess. You know what? That's probably the worst thing being a crocheter is all of the yarn that just gets left behind everywhere, and then you got to clean it up. It's like just too much. Every time you cut a piece of yarn or something. Okay, that's not working. Let's try it again. This is what I mean. Trying to get the yarn through the eye of the needle is like the worst. Kera, I don't know what that means, Pepe. But thank you. Okay, let's hope I can get it through this one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make a switch to a different yarn needle, which will be harder to use in terms of threading it through. But we got it through there, so we're good. We are good. Pull it through with some plies if you have them. You can do it with your hand, but sometimes it does hurt a little bit trying to pull so much. Cut that. Now I can weave in the centerpiece, but I'm not going to do it now. Hi, what's your Insta? I'd love to follow you there. Nash Threads. Everything you'll find us, just write Nash Threads and you'll find us right there. You'll see the logo and it'll be okay. Okay, guys, so here is the hat, and I like that. Now, what I think we should do, because I am very tired, is we can finish this live maybe tomorrow evening, and I will put the red scar here and sew the hair. It will probably only take about half hour, and then we can add a keychain up here as well from the head. So we can add the keychain from the head through the hat. So how about we do that tomorrow? I will do my best to be on live tomorrow and to complete this for you guys. But he is almost there. I do want to complete this for you, but I just don't have, I'm so exhausted, and I know it's going to be another 30-40 minutes to finish this. So how about we leave this for tomorrow, and then we'll see what we can do. By the way, based on demands around people in Australia, there are lots of communities with demand for Lord Krishna. You can make something relevant to it. Okay, I will check that out. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along and watching. It's been fun talking to you all and having you here. If you want to follow me on Insta, go to mnashthreads and you'll see me there. But thank you again, everyone. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And I guess I'll talk to you soon in the next live. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.